around to tying. Tonight we're going to do some hopper patterns. This is one of my favorite ones. It's super simple to tie, super easy and effective. You do it in several colors. Tonight I'm just going to do it in a brown with a white head on top. You can tie this in pink, purple, brown. I've had success in all of them, but like I said, at the end of my other video, at the end I'll put all the information you need and stuff to tie it on the last page. If you do like this video, like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. So let's get going. So I have a size 10 hook tonight, and just some olive threads what I'm using. So we're starting the hook at the beginning, or we're about a third of the way back. Next up, we're gonna take some Peacock Hearl, 2 strands of it. You're gonna tie it in right there. Make sure to trim off that white stuff, the beginning end. That's kind of really not good to cinch down. It'll just break. So clip that off, wrap it all the way back. Okay, got it wrapped back. Bring your thread back up towards the head, and now we're gonna wrap this Peacock Hearl all the way around the hook shank. Like I said, 2 or 3 strands is good enough. Come back up to that a third of the way back spot, leaving that little space on the head open. Okay, tie that off. Let's break those off. Okay, next for the body, we're just using a tan foam. Let's cut out our piece here. I know some guys get like little stamps to cut out their foam. I don't have that stamp. They look super nice to get, so I'm probably going to end up getting one of those just to help kind of stamp out this foam, because these foam hoppers I use quite a bit in the summer, especially when you go up to Wyoming and whatnot. Okay, so you want that foam to come off that back end about 2/3 the length of the hook. It's about right there. Okay. So we're bringing our thread back to where that Peacock Hearl began. Make sure that's lined up. Tie that in. Okay. Give that a couple good cinches. Okay. And this is just to kind of help hold that foam down and that Peacock Hearl together. I'm just going to lay a little bit of glue along the bottom of that underneath. Okay. Then we're going to take this body, we're going to come over the top, make this first segment, tie that, go over the top again, second segment, then the same with the third right there. Okay, make sure that's tied in, good 2 or 3 wraps, and then we're going to come back over, crossing over the top, kind of make that X along the top of the foam. Okay, just like that. Okay. Next, I'm going to take your elk hair, deer hair, whichever you're using kind of a finer, really light tan deer hair on this. You can use whichever one you prefer. If you want to go a little darker, that's fine too. I like the lighter colors because I can see it better in the water. Okay, so we got that stacked up. Bring this back between that first and second little body part right here, okay, on the thorax. Okay, got our deer hair. Just going to kind of trim it up so it's cleaner. I'm going to tie it in. Kind of straighten that out. Okay, we want this to come back about right there, about halfway between the end of the hook and the end of the tail. Okay, and we're going to tie this in, bring a big loop over, pull it down, fray it out. A couple good ties in there. Okay, now we're going to trim all that out. Okay, once you get done trimming that out, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna tie this in. Get that all cut out from there. Okay. That would be too perfect. I'm gonna throw a little more glue in on that. Just right there. Pull that in. Okay. So now we're gonna pull this back to make the head. Sends it down 2-3 good wraps and trim this up. Perfect. Okay. There we go. Okay, next I'm gonna put a little hot spot on the top. You can use white, pink, whichever one you like. Like I said, I'm blind as a bat, I swear sometimes, so I like to have this white. It just really stands out and pops. Make it the same length as that top part coming off over the wing case. Same length. Give it a couple good wraps. Tie it down in. Okay. I'm going to trim this front. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to do our legs. I just got yellow and brown rubber leg we're going to use. You can tie it with blue and black, yellow, which really you use any color you want for these legs. But we're using the brown and yellow. Okay. So make sure your sections are the same length. We're going to tie this part in. Give it one. Couple good wraps. Okay. We'll do the same thing on this side. Cinch those down. Okay. I'll bring it back underneath up to the head. Tie it off. There we go. Okay. If your legs don't look perfectly aligned, I just kind of like to get them nice and lined up. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit more of this cement. I'm going to hit the legs and the top of that foam just to help really hold it in place. Helps the durability longer. Then when they're chewing it up, it'll help last. Okay, there you have it.